I come back. Did you miss me? Because I missed you. Okay, I have some explaining to do, and honestly speaking, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, so stay on board for the ride. And yeah, it's like I'm actually so stressed, but anyways, hey guys, how are ya? This is a bit orcs. Almost like I don't have a few videos on my channel, but yeah, I took some time off because I was genuinely just beating myself up. So context, pretext, warning, foreshadowing. This is gonna be a vulnerable, but not deep vulnerable, but it's gonna be vulnerable chat about everything that's been going on and what I've been doing and stuff. So I just might end up taking like 5 different different videos just based on what I want to talk about. But the main thing I want to do is be vulnerable, because then again, this is my virtual diary and I keep saying this, but I keep not posting or taking videos to post. So going forward, I even did this on my TikTok and I reappeared on Instagram. So every way, I am going to just be more vocal and genuinely not care about what other people think, because for the longest time I've really cared for what other people think about me, and that's been very detrimental to me. And that doesn't help with anything or doesn't help anyone. So I'm just going to choose to be totally me. So to catch you guys up from the last video, I just been fasting a lot, different fasts, and for different reasons. I've had a lot of revelation, a lot of conversations with God, a lot of you ain't gotta say it like that, OG. You ain't gotta, there's no need to attack me like that. And they all are just like cool things that I don't want to let go of. But they're all things that really told me that I don't care what other people think, but I do care what God thinks. Like, I really don't want to disappoint him, because I feel like if I am to disappoint him, it would really make me sad. I feel like that's the driving force, along with not going back to how I was before December. But I want to be better. For myself, obviously, but mainly for God. And yeah, the first step to that, obviously there's a lot of steps that I've taken, but I feel like this all cemented for myself, even for him, that I want to be humble and exude humility and express humility and be vulnerable, transparent. And the biggest thing for me is struggling because I'm in a waiting season. I feel like, I don't know for sure, but I am in a waiting season. And in this waiting season, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot from God, the one-on-one time with him, and yeah, learning a lot about my family, because I've really been praying the prayer, help me see so and so the way you see them. Help me see myself the way you see me. And I've had a lot of breakdowns because I judge myself so much, and I genuinely can't even, I don't feel like I can, blame even Satan on that. I just, I'm very hard on myself to a point where it's very detrimental for myself, but I don't accept that I'm hard on myself. So it's a whole cycle. Went to therapy for that, great therapy. Uh, but with all of that, I know that I wouldn't have gotten help and done therapy or been open to it if I had not gone through being HC in the time that I was HC, which is a house committee for the residents at tax race. So yeah, so I'm literally just gonna be vulnerable and talk about my feelings so that I can focus in on what I'm planning to do. So I am Tirofatso Lucy, and ever since, as far as I could remember, I've always wanted to be a doctor. Cannot to this day visualize myself doing anything else. I've been told, I could be a lawyer. I've been told that I could be a computer scientist, like I've been given a lot of options I just don't see myself in as much as I see myself being a doctor. Looking back on everything, I can see where the devil really tried to take me off the road. Lynn, I nearly off-ramped a lot, but I'm back. And not that this is my last chance, it is, however, my last chance to see how to get in. I'm not gonna give up after here. It's just gonna have to be something that takes the back burner. I'm saying this because this is my thought process. I believe totally, Hoy. My faith is in the fact that I'm gonna be studying medicine next year. So all throughout schooling, high school, wanna be a doctor. When the marks are thick, it takes a bit, and you're like, am I sure that this is what I want to do? And yeah, I was like, okay, maybe I could be an architect. My marks allow me to be an architect. And then I was like, nah, medicine. So tell me why I matriculate. When I was registering, I didn't look at the prerequisites. I just looked at the APAs and was like, that's enough. That's great. It's not great because the marks I needed are not the marks I got, but not because I couldn't do them, but because I didn't know that's what I was supposed to aim for. I was aiming for APAs instead of the actual things that they want. So that's, something different we're doing this time around. So yeah, matriculated, went to varsity. Varsity was more of an escape than anything. I'm not gonna lie and be like I went there for academia, which was great, great times, but I genuinely just didn't want to be home for the longest of time. And yeah, so that was the worst reason to go. So now I know for a fact, okay, because now that I've gotten closer to Papa G, he's helped me with my relationship with my parents, which is a big sin that we actually don't talk about. Gluten is a very big problem. Honoring our mother and father, gluten is also a problem, but honoring our parents is a big problem that we don't talk about. So, because most of us don't see anything wrong with it. However, I didn't honor any of my parents. I didn't honor my mom or my dad. It's not like I was going around bashing them, but I genuinely didn't give them the respect they needed. Not out loud to the public, but in myself. Like my thoughts, my actions towards them, how I regarded them. It definitely wasn't honoring them, because the same way God blessed them with me, He blessed me with them. And it wasn't until I was in my word that I realized it could be worse. I could have grown up without parents. And guys, my parents aren't even bad. Yo, embarrassing. My parents aren't even bad. So it was literally just me. And in my brain, how I had painted them out to be, which valid considering the circumstance that I'm in. You know, my dad and my mom aren't together, so valid. The circumstance allows me to fall into not honoring them. However, they're cool peoples. I've gotten to know them for them, and God sees them as, you know, kids that make mistakes, but you know, regardless, He loves them. So why can't I? He loves me. So like, you know, so I had to be humble in a sense that I apologized to my mom, which is, for the longest time, guys, I thought my mom was in the wrong. She low-key was, but I never saw myself wrong, and for that, that's the pride and ego talking. So it would have never, I always thought that she was the only one that wasn't trying to work for our relationship, whereas I myself wasn't any better because I was literally blaming her for everything, which was incorrect. So yeah, and my dad is cool people's, man. Like maybe I'm seeing these cool people's now, but yeah, man, my dad is cool people's. He, you know, he's just a guy, the same way my mom is just a girl, and I'm also just a girl. So yeah, life is about figuring things out. So yeah, being vulnerable is me saying that I went to varsity as an escape, came back because I got excluded from school. Shame, but because, you know, my mental was effed up. Like my mental state was not good at all. And not from the varsity, yo. I wasn't performing well for the program I was doing. So yeah, I'm believing that God is gonna break protocol. I'm gonna basically do medicine not even for myself anymore, but for God, because I know that this is a purpose that He put on my soul for me to know. It's just that it's been a very bumpy road, and the fact that it's been this bumpy lets me know that it's the right thing for me to do. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Because I feel like if it were an easy road, it would be leading me nowhere. And the narrow road was never said to be easy. So yeah, right now, currently, I'm upgrading my marks for the year. And hopefully that report, so far so good. So far so good, Kesana. It's not bad. But yeah, I need to focus in more on you guys, on, you know, harnessing the platform that God has given me. Because if it were up to me, I wouldn't have posted by now. I'd have the account, but I wouldn't have posted. So I'm always uncomfortable when it comes to recording, because it's never what I want to record, when I want to record, and how I want to record it. So I feel like if it were me, best believe it would be different. So yeah, I don't know who this is supposed to help. It's probably just to help me keep accountable. But I believe that next time this year I'll be doing my first year medicine, and I'll be doing very well, because I won't even be doing it for myself. I'll be doing it for all the patients that the Lord has for me, you know, to help, especially with my testimony in regards to getting into medicine, to getting accepted into medicine because of my grade 11 marks, then rejected because of my matric marks by 5% in physics, by missing the mark by 5%, to going to varsity, then coming back home and redoing it again. It's been a whole humbling situation, and I'm glad that God is tackling all the other things, so that when I do go to school, it's about school and Him and myself here and there, but school, Him, school, and me. Like, I won't be as angry as I used to be. Last year I was angry, and first year I was angry. James are the last thing on my mind. You know, like, it's, the priorities have changed, and the priorities changed because I was willing to be vulnerable and humble enough to be like, God, I can't do this by myself, you know. So yeah, I thought it was going to be longer than I than this. I don't even know how long it is, but I thought it was gonna be longer and I was gonna rant more. But yeah, that's that, baby girl. I love you. God loves you. We love you. And it's never too late. Literally, just pick up the Bible. Pick up the Bible. Okay? And don't be scared. He's not scary. He's genuinely not scary. Like, he loves you. And there's nothing like being in God's presence. You know? So, yeah. I hope this helps someone. Even if it doesn't. To hope. Accountability. Mind you, I didn't realize until this year that my marks, the matric, were good, even though I didn't make it into medicine. I've been out of matric for 3 years. It wasn't until this year that I realized my matric marks are good. It wasn't until this year when I watched back a video that I took in 2021 matric that I had gotten accepted into medicine. I just think, wow, man. It's just, I don't know what fog had overtaken my mind. But it didn't want me to win. It still doesn't want me to win. So, a win is a win. A win is a win, you know? So, yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up. Do not give up. Like, it's gonna happen. You just have to wait on God. Wait on the Lord. He will renew your strength. But yeah, your time is coming. Your time is coming. So relax, calm down. You got this. You got this, Yoho. I believe in you. I believe in the Lord. And I know that this time, July, September, you know that you're going to be studying medicine. And I don't doubt you whatsoever. I'm excited for what we have in future, the plans that God is showing you, the plans he gave us when we were a kid. I believe you're going to bear a lot of healthy, juicy fruit. Like, I'm really proud of where you've gotten to already, you know. And I believe that there's a lot more that we can do and a lot more we will do because you've decided to be obedient. So, yeah, baby girl, thank you. From baby Teho, teenage Teho, adult Teho, adult May, April, whatever month it is, 2023. You've got this. And we're gonna be Dr. Mwalusi. Best believe that. Okay? Class of 20, whatever, 2030, maybe? I don't know. But you got this. He got this. You just have to live it out. Because we know him. He's gonna catch up the time. And yeah. And you're gonna enjoy your 20s. Oh, you're gonna enjoy the rest of your life, Toho. We've suffered for 6 years. We suffered for 6 years. So it's time to start living. It's time to start living. And guys, being a Christian is hard. Dying to self daily is hard. But there's nothing that will ever have me wanting to not be in the presence of God. He saved me. And he showed me what love is. He showed me what understanding and peace is. He told me what fear isn't. Because I fear the Lord. But it's nothing to be scared of at all. I do not want to disappoint him. So Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Hopefully he's yours too. And I'm gonna be a kingdom citizen. I will be a prayer warrior, and I do not mind being in the front line every year. It's just me being in my vocation. Then ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing from there. Because my God delivers. And faith without works leads to nothing. Which is why on my end, I've made it a point to do the works. I've been telling God to do things aliwani, and it hasn't worked because faith without works. You get me? So I'm definitely working this time around. And there's a lot that's different. A lot that's different. And I thank him every day for it. My heart, my soul has never been more healthy. My mind has never been more healthy. And yeah, nothing's gonna stop me from doing what he wants me to do. And I'm forever gonna be obedient. And I'll keep being vulnerable if I have to. So yeah, don't know what the next video is gonna be. Don't know when it's gonna be posted. But for now, let's focus on the small win, yeah? Thanks. Love ya. And he loves you too. Thought I was gonna be done a few minutes ago, but you know, the Holy Spirit worked. So who am I? You know? But yeah. What's up, brother?